Good evening, everybody. I'm very happy to be part of the Uncommon project, especially after such an amazing introduction by Magda. And I have been asked to talk about the role of art fairs in developing the cultural engagement with brands. So why brands should care about art fairs? So first of all, I would like to really highlight this new marketing paradigm. And I think Igor partly touched upon this just before. I really believe that aspirational brands have to become cultural agents, and that the marketing of the nearest future should be based not on design thinking, which is very popular today in management theory, but on art thinking. And that's why I really think that this Uncommon project raises this whole topic of art thinking and bringing art thinking much closer to the brands. So what is the definition of a cultural agent? So cultural agent for me is an aspirational brand or an organization that brings something with a cause beyond the transactional value that otherwise would not exist and enrich our culture. Right? So beyond the bag, beyond the car, beyond the insurance policy, something that would exist and enrich our culture. And in order to do that, brands have to engage with two sides of the art world, the non-commercial or not-for-profit side and the commercial side. Right? The first one is populated by museums, art schools, Kunsthalles, biennales, and art foundations. And the commercial side is populated by art fairs such as Art Basel or Frieze, galleries, collectors, auction houses, and the media. So both are really important, and you have to be present in both commercial and non-commercial world. And so art fairs are situated in the commercial side of things, and they're very crucial partners for brands on their way to become cultural agents. So art fairs, they influence, their influence goes way beyond the world of art, and they become the real catalyst of societal change. And I've witnessed in my life and my career when, for example, the arrival of Art Basel in Miami or in Hong Kong changed the face of these cities dramatically. So Miami, for example, it was like a little bit provincial, fun place, a little bit superficial, I have to say. With external consumption of champagne and things like this. And now it boasts some of the best world's museums. It has design districts. It has some of the trendiest hotels and restaurants, and etc., etc. And of course, art fairs obviously represent this perfect setting and could be used to drive brand or corporate art initiatives, such as this BMW art journey that, again, Igor has just mentioned. And I really believe it's one of the very successful art initiatives that was driven by the collaboration with Art Basel and BMW. So art fairs are also ideal pretexts to showcase brands' product creativity or innovations, to do product launches, like this very innovative line of Louis Vuitton called Objet Nomade that was presented just recently before the COVID at the Frieze in LA. Art fairs also provide context and kind of mental opening for brands to connect with influencers. And here, I mean, it's just some of the influences, again, from the same fair, and you see, you know, the whole gamut of them, you know, and there is architect, there is, you know, music stars, there are film stars. Today, art fairs have become this absolutely important, this condensation of influencers. What used to be a fashion show in the past, or what used to be like Festival de Cannes or Oscars in the past. And what is very important that you know, media has disproportionate interest towards art, and again, art fairs provide this unprecedented communication opportunities for the brands. I mean, look at this Financial Times. You know, oftentimes they dedicate more space to art than to finance or to politics. So some of the key art fairs that we need to keep in mind is obviously Art Basel, it's FIAC in Paris, Frieze in London, and Armory Show. These are the top art fairs that exist. So let's look a little bit more in detail on Art Basel. Art Basel represents itself as this global platform for the exchanges which drive the art world forward. Art Basel is really, I would say, the king of all the art fairs. You know, in 3 locations, 260,000 people visited, 600 galleries. And Art Basel exists in for those who don't know, they exist in all kind of these important locations in Asia, in Hong Kong, in Basel, obviously, and in Miami. And Art Basel, in terms of format, it's not just a fair, right? It's not these, not only these booths with, you know, galleries representing artists, but it's also, you know, really amazing immersive exhibitions, which is called Art Basel Unlimited. It's also a lot of content. You know, learning about art and meeting artists, meeting curators, meeting museum directors, and different actors of the art world. But it's also, you know, some people might say, okay, it's only for the rich people. No, it's also engaging the whole city, for example, of our Basel, with public art and with you know, sculptures that are put all around the city. And one of the best experiences that I get of art is actually Art Basel Parcours. You know, obviously in COVID times, many things have been you know, shut down, including the art fairs. So, so a lot of attention now is given to the digital different digital tools, and Art Basel is really the brand. I think is the brand of the art world. I mean, they have more than 3 million followers across their channels. More than 3 million follow Art Basel hashtag on Instagram. I mean, honestly, it's some of the best brands in the world do not have such a coverage. And they did very interesting activities recently, such as Art Basel online viewing rooms that has been visited by 230,000 visitors just during a very short period of time. And also they did this together with UBS. They did these artist letters, such as you know, the one that you see here with some messages of hope. They also created amazing short videos, such as the one with you know, American artist Joan Jonas. Again, with very interesting, good messages about, you know, supporting the UBS commitment of sustainable development. And again, more than 2 million people visited, saw this video. And just by the end of the presentation, I would like to share very quickly some of my personal experience, Absolute and Art Basel. And as Magda said, I orchestrated the return of Absolute to the world of art. and Absolute is a very, I think, very important case study. I mean, if you have the possibility, please read the recent case published by INSEAD about the whole epopee of Absolute engagement in art. And at some point, Absolute, you know, it really, I think, and actually it's quite funny to speak about vodka in Poland, but definitely Absolute did not have a lot of provenance and origin, etc. And it was considered like no color, no taste, no odor product. And that's why it was also, you know, they thought that maybe they don't have any limit. And so it was literally born into the world with the collaboration with Andy Warhol. And I called him our godfather, and you know, he was really interested in working with the brand and working with, I mean, he was a pop artist in any case. And since him, the brand had 850 collaborations with some of the best artists in the world. I mean, here you can see Maurizio Catalan, when nobody knew who Maurizio Catalan was, Arman, Louise Bourgeois, Ed Ruscha, Robert Indiana, one of my favorite Korean artists, Nam June Pak, etc., etc. 850 artists. And then, because the management changed, some idiot CEO decided that why do we need art? And he just canceled everything. And so for 10 years, the brand was absent from the world of art until I was appointed to lead it. And we really used this kind of credibility of the brand to come back with a force. And what I really would like to share with you here is like this little part of the Absolute Art Manifesto, which I think summarizes this Magda's speech just before. And we said that Absolute is selling not only vodka, but above all, the possibility of a life of value and meaning. And I think this is absolutely important. That's what art is bringing. And here I do not quite agree with Igor when he says art can sell. Art doesn't sell anything, I think. In my opinion, it allows us to bring this and it's a channel to find the meaning, if you wish. And in these post-pandemic times, it is very important. I think we all ask these questions about, you know, what are we doing? You know, what are we doing as people? What are we doing as brands? And I think that art and artists can really help us to go deeper into that question, right? And so starting from 2011, we started doing these activities with Art Basel, which has become our very strong partner. We did these artist pavilions where every single experience, every single element was designed by artists, like this pavilion in Miami by Los Carpinteros, which in fact philosophically was conceived as a prison, if you wish. And you understand that, you know, a prison for whom? For the bartender, for the brand. Is it about alcohol? Is it about drinking, etc.? But if you don't want to go deep into the meaning, it was just stunning and beautiful. And we had like the most amazing coverage, like New York Times and things like this. This is another one that was done in Basel by Micheline Thomas, a Brooklyn-based artist. I mean, it was like very popular. One little anecdote, just by the end. Here you see, maybe many of you recognize Solange that is singing. You know how much we paid Solange? 5,000 euros. I think she would never even move a finger, not even for 50. The whole reason why she did it, because she came as a part of artistic project. And that's what is important also to keep in mind, that collaborating with art and collaborating with artists is also building an incredible return on your investment. This one was in Hong Kong, a crazy bar with singing robots. Another one by Ray Rockland. I mean, you can see the whole idea. And again, this is like International Herald Tribune, which is, as you know, New York Times in the past. Anyway, just to finish this this presentation, I would like to quote Dan Graham, one of my favorite artists, that was in fact quoted by Claire Bishop in her very famous work on the artificial health. And he said that all artists are alike. They dream of doing something that is more social, more collaborative, and more real than art. Right? And I think brands almost have a unique chance to allow for this to happen, you know, to really bring art beyond the realm of the world of art, you know. And brands today, they have money, they have resources, they have also technical capabilities that sometimes artists are looking for. And I think the collaboration, if it's done with mutual respect, of course, not as exploitation of the artist, but with the mutual respect between the brand and between the artist, could bring amazing results. And that's what actually we're doing in my little boutique consultancy called Spirit and Spirit, which is about encountering of spirits together. And that's what we say, we grow brands as cultural agents, and we build meaning through art, culture, and technology in an entertaining way. And I think that is also the power of art, because yes, meaning is important, but we cannot lecture, we cannot do this boring thing that I'm doing now, right? So that's why we need artistic vision to really bring this entertaining aspect to things. Well, thank you very much, and I hope that this will not be my last visit to Poland, which I am so far absolutely adore.